Good afternoon, traders. It is Wednesday, May 13th, 2015. The U.S. stock market is closed. Well, unfortunately, we had another crappy day today. I don't want to sound like a broken record, but yeah, we're not having very good trading lately. We ended up closing out negative $5,000 in closeout trades. That's certainly not a killer, but it's not good either. Don't like to see it happen. And we're carrying negative over $3,000 in open trade equity going into tomorrow. I called the Dow up for today, and again I was wrong. The Dow ended up closing down 8 points. You know what's I don't want to say it's that disturbing to me, because I've seen this many times before, but what makes it hard to trade today is that we're having pretty bad trades, and yet the overall market is just really not doing anything. You can see here, compare today's range in the Dow compared to yesterday, and certainly a couple days ago. I mean, we had this very quiet, tight, sideways type of action, which, nothing much is happening, and yet, in spite of the fact that nothing much seems to be happening with the overall market, we're kind of getting killed, and that's what's frustrating. We actually don't do well when nothing happens. We need things to happen to make money with our particular style of trading. So this is not the kind of market action I like. But I will say this, that usually when this happens, it's kind of like a tightening spring, and all of a sudden it breaks hard one way or another. Again, I'm going to go out and live. I'm calling the Dow up for tomorrow. This is partly due to, I don't like to sound like an astrologer, but I just had a feeling about today's action. Even though it was very negative, it did improve quite dramatically in the last hour or so. I mean, we're closing negative, $3,000 in open trade. It was negative $7,000 with only an hour to go. So we improved it quite a bit. To me, that's kind of tipping the hand. I think things are going up tomorrow, and I will call the Dow up tomorrow. And, it could really cut loose. I mean, that could happen. Then again, it could cut loose to the downside too, let's face it. There is a little bit of astrology here with predicting the action in the Dow Jones Industrial Average. I'll show you a couple trades today. The first one I'm going to show you is this was our worst trade for today. This is in ZNH, which is China Southern Airlines. Now, by the way, this stock has put out some really good trades. So what we had today is not necessarily representative of this stock's potential and everything else, but this is an absolute terrible trade. We bought this yesterday basically on the high tick of the day, and then it failed immediately. I mean, we never even had 5 seconds of profit in that, and it failed, and then it failed some more, and then it closed with a big loss, and then it caps down this morning. That's really rough. We closed out about 2,500 negative in China Southern Airlines on that trade. I will show you the one and only good trade that we had today. This is in NBIX Let me tighten this up a little here to make it a little bit we can look at this a little better. We had bought this 2 days ago, and it didn't do anything for us. It actually opened yesterday against us, then it came back a little, but again, just really not doing anything. And then it finally had a nice pop-up today, and we got out of that. Unfortunately, you can see it appears that we got out too soon. But, oh my goodness, I'm talking here like an idiot. I'm sorry. This is a trade we entered today. We entered this today, and we got in about the middle of the day, and it just kept going. And we are holding about $1,200 positive in NBIX. Now, I'm just going to tell you a little something about this stock. Whenever this comes up with a decent trade, I always want to remind people that the beginning of 2014, this stock kicked out a $40,000 trade. Yeah, $40,000, about as big as I've ever seen. And and yet on the day that happened, it wasn't any more of a move than we're seeing right here, which underlines something that even though days like today are very frustrating for us, we've got to understand that over the majority of our profits come up from a very small percentage of the trades we take. It's these biggies that come along once in a while. We had a biggie we got out of it on Monday in Yelp. That was a biggie. Just don't see those very often, but when they do, they really pump up our profit line. And so I'm not saying that Neurocrine Biosciences, NBIX, is going to do that tomorrow, but it could. And the reason we follow the system religiously is we never know when that's going to happen. But it does happen from time to time. So I just hope we have good luck with Neurocrine Biosciences tomorrow. We'll just have to see. Anyway, that's the way it was. Not a good day, but hey, I'm always optimistic. Follow the system. The system leads us out of the darkness. This is Trader Bob signing off. I'll see you tomorrow on Thursday.